Hey guys, Richard at Orange Campers, and in this video we're going to talk about the 5 important things you should really think about before you buy a camper van. Let's have a sit down and I'll tell you those 5 things. So layout is number 1 on my list. It's so hard to find the perfect van, it really is, it doesn't exist. So what you've got to decide, and the shows are a great way to find what works for you and which layout is sort of your thing and what you know usable, what you're going to use a van for. So layout, we are, even a small company like ourselves, we offer quite a few different options: single beds, double beds, fixed beds, pop top version like this, high top version where you can stand up, short wheelbase or medium wheelbase, so there's quite a few different options you can go for, and then you move on to the bigger vans and different manufacturers and so on. So layout is a really key thing to narrow down before you start getting too worked up or engrossed in what comes next. So number 2 on my list is warranty and aftercare. It really is so important. So once you've got your layout nailed down and this is a van you want, look at so many different companies building that option, and then look at their reviews, look at their Trustpilot reviews, because the last thing you want is to buy a van and then that company go out of business. I know it's not always predictable, but if you've got a good, reliable reviews, I always check reviews and everything these days. It's an honest way, or it's a great way of checking if an item even works. So reviews, check what people have said about that van and if it's worked for them, things like that. So do your homework on the company, and then included in that is warranty as well. Now we offer a 3-year warranty, which is a long time in a camper van, it really is. So a lot of people offer 1 year's warranty or 2 years warranty, but again, what kind of warranty is it? A paper warranty works, whereas you've got a cap to what you can claim on that warranty. It may be £1,000 limit per claim, but our warranty is an in-house warranty, and it's a 3-year in-house warranty. No matter what, you come back to us, we sort it in-house, things like that. So be careful on your warranties. Some warranties look the same, but when you read smaller, they are not the same. And then number 3, practicality and quality. Again, is that van, it may look pretty at a show, it may look as though it's the best van in the world, but think about what you're going to take with you on your trips. If you're going to take an air fryer, a lot of people do these days. I've had lots of pictures from customers who had chickens on the go and all sorts, and halogen ovens, and it's lovely to see. But you've got to carry those items. So think about what you're going to carry with you. I know as a family we carry, 4 camping chairs, camping table, lots of things like that. And that's why I put purposely in our vans a utility area where you can put your pegs, your hammers, your tenting accessories, your chemicals, and all your camping chairs at the back of a van. So just check out the space and the storage facilities, and if you've got space to put everything away. So number 4 in my book is size. And size really matters in camper vans, because it's all right having a massive Winnebago or big American RV, but they don't work in this country. That's a simple fact. I mean, people do buy them, and I'm not knocking if you've got one, but practicality. I like to use my van, and that's what you've got to think about. So think about where you're going to be going. If you love Cornwall, then massive vans aren't a great option. L3s and L4s, well, L4s, they're a big van, they're beautiful, you can have some great layouts, fixed rear beds, lots and lots of space. But don't forget, an L4, you won't take it shopping, you won't nip to a supermarket in it. So you've got to plan your journey, and it's great if you're just going from A to B, you go into a campsite, great. Some people tow a car, some people have a bike on the back and so on. Perfect, and that may work for you, but my advice is think about your trips, think about what you want to go and see. So if it's your retirement, then think about where you're going to visit and travel to, and can that vehicle fit on that road? It's that simple. If you're going to be in and out of cities and you're going to be moving a lot, smaller is a great option, and that's why the VW Transporter's always had such a massive following, because it's a very compact little camper. In my opinion, it's a bit too small for certainly for a family. Works well for certain people. I like a bit more space. Now we try and build a van what gives you both of those options. It's small enough to drive daily. I drive one of the mediums daily, which is a 5.4 metre. Now that's a good size. It's just big enough to give you lots of space inside, but just big enough to use daily. Anything bigger is a little bit more tricky, and you do have to plan it. I do have a 6 metre work van. I do drive that around, but I notice I'm a lot more tired when I drive that constantly throughout the day. You can go down to a 5 metre van, and but you lose a bit of space inside. But the 5 metre van will park in one space as well, things like that. So you've got to really think about what works for you, where you're going to visit, and what your travels are going to be. And like I say, our ethos has always been small is better, because we like to travel, we like to get out. We put the awning up because you can always use an awning. So if you're looking or thinking, I haven't got enough room in this van, you've always got aids like awnings and drive away things where you can just unzip it, off you go out for the day. But you're still in your own vehicle, you've still got your own services, your toilet, your fridge, your food, your kettle, and your comfort. And that's, in my opinion, one of the really important things. So size, think about where you're going. Now, number 5, it's tough. Number 5, you know, it's hard to predict the future, but you want a van what holds its value. You really do. And it is hard to say this is going to be worth X amount of pounds in 5 or 10 years. But if you look at their history of a company, and you can see what their vans are resold for, and then you'll get a feel of how much yours is going to be worth in 5 or 10 years time. And that does make a difference, because it's a lot of money to invest in these camper vans, and you want the best return possible. So do your research and see which is which option works for you, ticks all your boxes, plus will give you a good resale value, and that really will, you know, just put the cherry on top when you come to upgrade or when you trade in for a different model or a newer van. So I hope these 5 topics or 5 answers give you some guidance there. And if you can think of any yourself what I've missed, then I'd love to hear them, and we'll share them, and we'll put them out there. So if you've got any great ideas or great views on this matter, let me know.